up over there, and you know, now that is what's sold over there for $22 million is what that is over there. It was the Jake Thomas farm, and right down that road is called Orebank Road. And you know, I got to thinking, I want to write a song that really speaks to me and to my family, because when you're out of tune, you always want to write one that everybody can relate to, and that's how you have to have everybody else relate to it. And when I first started writing this, I thought, well, I don't care if it relates to anybody. It's going to relate to me, and my family's going to know what I'm talking about. There's a whole bunch of boys in my family, a whole bunch of us, and I remember Papa getting mad when we'd call. If he answered the phone, the first thing he said was, "Hey, is Mama there?" And Mama was who you wanted to talk to, because Mama didn't say no. But you know, this song talks about those time, about a younger time, and everybody can relate to this, because whether you want to admit it or not, everybody in here, there's a time in your life you'd give anything if you could go back to a simpler time when there was no worries and no house payment and no bills, and we weren't at war, and things were just happy-go-lucky. And that's how it was in Pigeon Forge. Growing up, the world hadn't got here yet when I was growing up, and there wasn't but one go-kart track. And so I started thinking about this song, and hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to try my best to get through this. Kevin and Keith, Andrew and Aaron, Richard, Engel and me, all piled onto a pale blue scooter, riding up the street. We could ride all day long, 50 cents of gas, ruling the road called Orebank, now hidden in our past. My mama lived on Orebank Road, just below Jake's farm, kept us fed the best she could. There you felt no harm. Papa would say, better check them for horns. The boys are just too mean. But all she saw was halos, treated us like kings. Boys, wash your hands up for supper, sit down and bow your head, and we'll thank the Lord for this day that He gave us. Then it's Duke, boys, in bed. Back when the town was simple, the highway wasn't so wide. Sometimes when troubles of this world surround me, it's where I'd like to hide, where the kings of Orebank reside. You'd go to church when the doors were open, everybody knew your name, and Aunt Mary Lou would cut your hair so all the kings looked the same. That's what we did in our little town before the world moved in. Butler's store, Remax Drive-In, and Walmart was just called the Big Inn. Boys, wash your hands up for supper, sit down and bow your head, and we'll thank the Lord for the day that He gave us. Then it's Boss Hog in bed. Back when our town was simple, the highway wasn't so wide. Sometimes when troubles of this world surround me, that's where I'd like to hide, where the kings of Orebank reside. Now tonight, if I just sit real quiet, somewhere in my mind, I feel that wind blow on my face, hear that scooter whine. For memories are all I have to remind me of that old home. The kings have all grown up and moved away, raising kings and queens of our own. Boys, wash your hands up for supper. Sit down and bow your head, and we'll thank the Lord for the day that He gave us. And it's due to boys in bed. Back when our town was simple, the highway wasn't so wide. Sometimes when troubles of this world surround me, that's where I'd like to hide, where the kings of Orebank reside. Kevin and Keith, Andrew and Aaron, Richard, Ingle, and me. I need to recognize the sweetest woman that's ever walked the planet here. She's sitting right back there. Mama, you stand. I see you back there. Stand up for them so they can see who you are. Make my mama welcome. I think all of there's a bunch of the kings in here. Todd is in here, and I don't know if Travis. Where are you at, Todd? You're here. I saw you. Stand up, Todd, Kevin, and Keith, and Andrew, and Aaron, and where are you all at?
They went to 8.
They went to 8. Y'all get the next version of that song the next time I sing it. Let me, you know,
only family.
You pay tribute to somebody in a song, that's a pretty big deal, ain't it? I want to bring out the guy that helped mix this thing, and we're going to let him show out just a little for you. This guy, if you've got DirecTV and saw Dolly Parton on there a couple of months ago, all month long, this was the guy smiling, standing right behind her, playing the banjo. He's a